I feel very good. I have to say that we're a little bit a little bit more ahead than where we were last year when we compared the process last year and this year. Very happy with the first week, with the intro week in Kansas City, and then we came here. We're in phase one, which is very good so far. The players are doing well. They know the things that the base very well. Now we're just adding layers and details, and everything is going smooth.
You guys bring back E-Ball and Hammy, and then of course you signed Temwa to the contract extension. How much? I'm just curious. We didn't see Hammy a whole lot last year. You envision kind of using her within the squad over the next year, and kind of second layer to that, the experience with all those three now, kind of just building that core within this group. Just how do you feel that's going?
Yeah, that was one of the things that we wanted to do, bring most of the players back, if not all of them, back from last season, to have some kind of continuity. We're very happy both with the signing of E-Ball and Hemi. I can't tell you if we're going to use Hemi or not, because everyone starts and competes for the spots as we speak every day on training, and then we'll decide. But one thing about Hemi last year, even though we didn't use her a lot, she was very valuable for us. And I've said this before, that we don't measure the value by the time that they value of the player or on the team by the time that they spend on the field. There's so much more that a player can bring to the team to help the team's success. On the other side, the signing of Temwa, I think, is one of the most most iconic signing in the league, in the era where women's soccer is growing so much. The finances are getting at the next level, and where probably majority of the top teams in the world wanted to have Temwa on their squad. Temwa chose Kansas City. She wanted to be in Kansas City. She wanted to stay in Kansas City. She's happy with the organization. It's a testament for what we do in Kansas City, for the organization, for the GM and the coaches, the team itself, the community, the fans, everything. So I'm very happy that we're going to have Temwa at least until 2028.
Right. Any other questions for Coach on Zoom? Ooh, I saw a hand. Julian, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, thanks for the time. Hope you're enjoying some sunshine. It is very rainy at home today, just to throw that out there. Hey, is everybody in attendance now? Have everybody together training? And do you have any plans for any type of scrimmages coming up?
Yes, we're getting together. Bia was the last one that joined us yesterday. We're happy to see her train as well. And she is slowly getting back to her best. So that was exciting. I was excited, or the team was excited to see that, but the coaches were excited to see that, but the team was also very excited. They were very enthusiastic about her coming. And then in terms of scrimmages, we're going to have an inner squad scrimmage tomorrow, just to see where we at, and then we're gonna play one of the local colleges on Tuesday. That will conclude the first phase in California, and then we'll have more as we go forward.
Yeah, and just one more quick one, if you don't mind, just with Temwa, obviously an iconic signing, as you mentioned. I think some people forget that this was her first year in NWSL, and she adapted so quickly. Is there a way that you could really place a ceiling on her for the potential that she has? She came in and set this record in her first year. Is there any way? What do you really think about the potential that she has in this league?
I mean, obviously, what she did was already more than what we expected. So we don't want to think whether she can do something more or less. We know her qualities. We know her potential. She has proved that she can be a very impactful player in this league, and that's why we wanted to have her here for a long time. Now, what kind of season she's going to have, we'll see.
Thanks, Coach.
Thad, you're up next.
Hey, good morning, Coach. With last year, you were able to bring in a lot of Cook and Sharples mid-season. How good is it to have them now in preseason and be able to work on them and the rest of the players being able to combine together?
Yeah, I mean, it's crucial for defense to spend time together. I've said this before. We haven't had chance to have the four back together, train together, go to preseason, and play more games together. I think that they feel more comfortable now with each other. I mean, they feel comfortable in trainings, and I think that it will help us a lot going forward.
You mentioned Bia was in camp. And how is she doing? Is she fully healthy? Is she fit, ready to go?
Yeah, so she's fully healthy. The pain is gone. The healing is gone. I mean, it's done. Now she's in the return to play protocol. I think that she's going to be in that one for another week or so, and then she's going to go with high performance and start building her fitness and stamina, and hopefully join the team in 2 to 3 weeks, I would say.
Perfect. Thank you, Thad. Back to Daniel, then Dave, you'll be next.
Yeah, I'm just curious, you've got a couple of open roster spots, I think, at this point, on the senior roster. I'm just curious, what else would you want to add? What positions do you think that this group needs, especially now after kind of having seen the group for a good week or so?
I think that one thing that we want to do is probably add at least one more forward that will bring a different dynamics to the team. Maybe a little more physical forward, a little more of a presence, aerial challenges. Someone that has NWSL experience. That would be an ideal one. So we'll see if I have an opportunity to do that.
Perfect. Dave, you're up next.
Hey, Coach, good to see you. Had kind of two big picture questions for you, and the first one's somewhat similar to what Daniel just asked. But when you sat back in the offseason and sort of self-scouted, obviously you guys had a great year and were one of the top teams in the league pretty much the entire season. But what were one or two areas you're hoping to improve the most going into this year?
So what we wanted to do first is get more depth in certain positions. That's why I mentioned the forward that we wanted to bring in. Even though I have to say, getting Bia healthy, that's like a new signing for us. So we're excited about that. We brought Rocky Rodriguez. I thought that was an important one as well. And we also wanted to refresh the squad with young players, with players that have potential to help us for hopefully for this year, but also for the future too. That was some of the areas that we were looking at and trying to get better at.
Second question is, big step last year, just being a team in the league to top the whole year. That's a big step. And then the next step is obviously going from being one of the better teams to being the championship winning. Which of those two steps is more difficult in your mind? And what are some of those keys to breaking through from being one of the best teams to being the best team this year, hopefully?
I mean, the second step is a lot more difficult, is winning the championships, because the margin for error is so small. Every little mistake will count. You look at our season last year, just being from second to fourth is one shot, or it's one missed opportunity. It's one one little action. It was at the end 1 point that was the difference. Whether it was a goal scored against in 112th minute, or a goal scored against in 95th minute, or not scoring an open net in 97 minute. I'm sure if you think about all these minutes that I mentioned, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But when it comes down to winning a championship, it's a small thing that will make a big difference. And we started preparing for it, not just tactically and technically, but also mentally. It's a mindset, it's a mentality of getting things done all the way through. It's a mental fitness of doing things not in the first 15 minutes or in the first 30 minutes, doing the things, doing the right things, or doing things right all the way through until the 112th minute. Or is it 112th, 102nd minute? I believe 12 minutes in overtime.